kind of thing.
So I'm going to talk about leadership mastery. I'm going to talk about what it's done for others, talk about what it could do for you, why it's important to continue your leadership development going forward, and most importantly, we're going to have some fun. And this is going to be a discussion. It's not going to be Alan making a presentation. So, before you even start, does anybody have any questions about anything? Boy, you're going to be that quiet. We go home at 10 o'clock. All right. So what I'm going to do today is I am going to give leadership mastery to you. I am going to share the process with you that's been in use for over 25 years. I've been using it for 20 years. And it has a 99.9% success rate. Okay? I'm going to share that process with you. I'm going to give it to you. If you follow what we talked about this morning, you will change your world, change your life. But you know the odds of you doing that without joining Mastery? 0. Not saying you can't do it. You can do it. I'm going to even try and show you how you can do it on your own. The issue is, it works best with a facilitator. Okay? So where does it all start? Where do you start your leadership development? And we're talking about you determining exactly where you want to go in all facets of your life and making a plan to get there, and getting there so fast it'll make your head spin. As you sit there lying awake at night going, this COVID this Trump that, this Democratic BS here, and you're lying there, what about me? And you don't make any plans for yourself. Well, guess what? Guess what this is all about. So I don't know how many graduates we have with Mastery. Judy, do you even
38.
know? 38. 38 graduates of Mastery over the years, and you can join that great group. So, what is your first step? And if you don't do anything else, this is the thing to do. And that is create something that we call a dream inventory. If all you do is create a dream inventory, you will change your world. So what is a dream inventory? That is a written, not in your head, written list of everything you want in this world. And I mean everything. Who could think of an example of something they really, really want, they've been thinking about for a long time? Anybody? Who has a car they really like to drive? What is it? A BMW. That would be something to put on the list. BMW. It could be even more specific. BMW M Series something or other. Doesn't have to be. And you write it down. This is the first step, the biggest step. The step most people say, yeah, I can do that, I can do that. And of course, most people don't. Who can think of something else that would put on their personal dream inventory?
I want a beach house in Anna Island, Florida.
But boom! Boom! Write it down.
5 bedroom.
Write it down.
4.
There we go.
Do you want to invite us all to come down for a visit next?
Yes. And the whole LCD crew, including Kovitz, goes down and visits. Nice. All right. Who else has something that comes top of mind that they really want? They've always wanted. Haven't gotten it yet.
Trip to Ireland.
Trip to Ireland. There we go. Put it down. Trip to Ireland. It could be trip to Dublin. It could be anything. It should be anything and everything. Everything you want. Everything. You want a great relationship? You want to find a new partner? You want to make new friends? You want to feel great when you get up in the morning? You want to feel healthy? All of that should be on this list. For instance, how many can you have on the list? Judy, approximately how many is on your list?
Probably, I'm going to guess about 140 now.
140. That's a great amount. Dina, how many is on your list? About?
Maybe 100.
100. And you're thinking, sure, I can name 3 or 4. That's the whole point of mastery, is to get that list so you have a world of things that you put out in front of the world. Because if you put it out there, you say it, you look at that list on a regular basis, what happens? comes true. And you don't believe it? Well, you're free to not believe it. But I can tell you it works.
It works.
It works. It works great. So all the biggest things you want to be a multimillionaire? Put it down there. You want to give to a certain charity? You want to own a certain charity? You want to own a business? You want to go to Ireland, Wales, Scotland, Belgium, the Netherlands? Put it all down. Greece, Santorini. I want to go to Santorini. It's on my list. I know damn well I will go to Santorini. For shits and giggles, my original list was 48. That was my original list, and that was done a long time ago. 38 of them are done. 38. There's only 2 left on that list that still are active. The other ones, because of an ex and a divorce. By the way, this does change, obviously. It's updated. You accomplish things. You want to accomplish more. And then one of the things I put on my list, first thing was, I wanted to ride a C5. I'm not a military guy. How would I ride in a C5? Just when I wrote that down, they canceled doing that out of the museum, because a long time ago, once a month, they used to take people for rides in a C5. Didn't do that. So how did I do it? Through LCD. I didn't know when I wrote that down. There was no LCD when I wrote that down. It's amazing how things conspire. Have I been to the UK? Yeah, 15 times. There's plenty more times I'll go. Put this stuff down. This is discipline, though, to do this. Who has something like this? Nice. Nice. So what do you do with it? Once you have it, what do you do with it?
Read it every day.
Read it every day. Read it once a week, even. Look at it once a month. Do something with it. So it's using it. And in what, can anyone think of something that's really wild and crazy that they would put on their list? Come on.
Cruise through the Panama Canal.
What's that?
Cruise through the Panama Canal.
Cruise to the Panama Canal. I'm thinking even wilder than that. What's that?
I don't know what you consider wild, but I just crossed mine off. And I went whitewater rafting.
There you go. Anyone want to parachute out of a plane?
Yeah.
Yeah, you done it?
Race.
There you go.
I'm taking my son for his 18th birthday.
There you go. This is the kind of stuff. Anyone want to be a politician? Be in charge? Nobody? Guess what? That's the issue in America today. You know what, Judy? I think 15 years ago, everyone wanted to be a politician. Now no one wants to be a politician.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. So Judy, can you help us? Give us an example or something really cool from your dream inventory. You've been working on this stuff for...
I probably had about 250 on the whole thing, and when I started. And then, you know, as time changes, you cross some things off because it's no longer important to you. So probably now I would get there at least 60 that have been completed. You know, one of the big ones that I really wanted, I have a big family, my husband has a big family, and it's hard for us all to gather in one place because there's just literally when you put those families together, there's like 80 people, and that's just our immediate family. So I said, you know, I want to have an outdoor space where we can have everybody come. So it took us 4 years to do, but we built this huge pavilion in our yard. And, you know, it's great, and we use it, and we use it, you know, use it a lot more before COVID. But, you know, we use it all the time. I mean, Eli and I go out there, sit out there at nighttime, have a glass of wine.
In the hammock.
In the hammock, because it's got its own location on Facebook. You too can come and be in the hammock. I will even bring you wine. That was one of the big ones that was really important to me. Another one was getting the chamber to 1,000 members. That was huge. I really wanted to do that, and we did it. You know, we got there. I wanted, when I came on board at the chamber, we had 4 employees, and I wanted to have 7. And we did that, you know, so it's that kind of stuff. But, you know, other stuff, you know, I wanted to start planning family trips. Because again, there's so many of us that takes a lot of work, a lot of coordination. So I was like, I just want to do one, even if we do it once every 2 years. But plan some type of family trip where the majority of us can go. So we do that now. Once every 2 years, like this year, we're going back to the Outer Banks. You know, it'll be kind of a little more secluded, but
Yeah.
that's what we're doing, you know?
Judy, thanks for sharing that. Dina, while you're doing that, can you share a couple of your really cool ones? I know you've had some
Sure.
brilliant ones.
I always wanted to video somebody doing a speech. Sorry.
Cross that off.
Yes. When I first made my dream inventory, I had things on there like buy my house. I did that. Get a doctorate. I did that. Go to Italy. That was a graduation present for getting my doctorate. So there were a lot of things like that that were on my list that I've gotten to do. It's been cool.
Excellent. Excellent. Any questions about this? How to do it? What to do with it? If this is all you do, you'll have great success. All the rest is how to do it a whole lot faster and easier. That's what the rest is all about. Nothing? You guys are late.
I think you make them write down 5. Everybody has to write down 5, right? Everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
Get those brains working out, get them working.
Well, you know, one of my dreams is listen to Judy even when you don't want to.
I guess just one thing I would think
Yes.
about is not that you should ever dictate what anyone should want or whatever, but just remember that the possessions